you changed trainers?
Yes, I have.
That's not what you said. Oh, where's the integrity?
There you go. We're right out of the way though.
Right, so it's Saturday. I'm just packing. There we go. For the London Marathon. And, well, yeah, I've got a confession to make. So over the last few days, I've been really struggling with my shoe choice. Now, I appreciate I put a video out about this, okay? So, you know, bear with me on this one. But the long story short, I'm actually going to be wearing the Pro 3. Now, you'll probably watch this video well after the London Marathon has taken place, and I don't know whether this decision's right, this decision's wrong, but I'm quickly going to tell you why now I've decided not to go with these, the Edge Paris, which was what I was going to go with. So look, here's the thing. I really struggle, and I mean really genuinely struggle with anxiety and all that sort of stuff, right? And the one thing that's been playing on my mind at the last few days is my shoe choice. And I've rung everybody. I've rung Ben, I've rung Hayden, I've rung Speedgo, I've rung everybody about this issue. It's the one thing that's been really bothering me the last few days. And it was actually made worse because when I was in Manchester, everybody was wearing the Adidas Pro 3. And then this happened. So in the week leading up to the London Marathon, I've been doing a few runs, nothing crazy, but I've worn the shoe, was it twice or 3 times, the Edge I'm talking about. And each time I've worn it this week, I've had like a little heat spot under the ball of my foot. Now that could just be up here, all right? I've got no idea. But this week, for whatever reason, actually it's the left one, I've had like this heat spot here. And it's not a blister, but it's enough to be sort of making the doubt that I've had this week about my shoe choice worse. And Hayden said to me, you've got to go FORDY with the shoe you feel most confident in. Now, if it was a couple of weeks ago, it would have 100% been this. And I filmed this literally a week ago, this video. But ever since I did that video that I was going to choose this shoe, I have honestly been doubting myself because I have such fond memories of running the Like Strike Pro in the Adidas Pro 3 in the streets of London. And my coach's head sort of keeps rearing up and saying, no, you've got to go with what you know best. I've done a 20-mile long run in this shoe, this exact shoe, in my marathon training. It was absolutely fine. I did half of that at target goal pace, and the shoe felt great. And sometimes you've just got to, reassess and understand that, you know, there's certain things you should put your energy into and not put your energy into. And I think for me, worrying about my shoe choice has got to stop. Now, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, and you know, you might have a go at me because I did the other video, whatever. But as always on this channel, I'm going to be totally open and honest. My anxiety around my running shoes this week has been a real problem. So I've made a decision. I'm being decisive. I'm making a decision. We're going Pro 3. Who knows what's going to happen sitting here on a Saturday, the day before the marathon, what's going to happen. But that's what I'm going to go with. And I'll let you know in the sort of second part of this video whether that was the right decision or wrong decision. Right, we're back. And can you see it? 2024 London Marathon. Oh, is the camera going to focus? But we are back. And let's talk about the shoes. Right, okay, so you probably saw at the start, this guy called me out just as I was about to go onto the start line, which is really interesting considering I filmed the other bit yesterday. And he was questioning my integrity, which, you know, fair enough. I put myself out there on YouTube and you can do and say what you like. But you know what? Was I pleased with my decision? Yeah, I was. So that wasn't an easy race for me, and we will do a video about how the race went, break it down, and then obviously do the looking forward, what's next and all that kind of stuff. But I am glad now, on reflection, that I listened to my friends, I stopped and, yes, listened to myself and made the decision to go with the Pro 3. So on reflection, I definitely need a 22 mile long run in the Edge before we consider putting them into play for Berlin. But I think, yeah, it was definitely the right call to go with the Pro 3. Now look, you might call into question my integrity and all that sort of stuff. We put a video out saying the Edge, but hopefully in the first part of this video you understood how my brain works, my ADHD, my anxiety and all the other stuff. And that's not an excuse, right? But that's how my brain fizzes up the day before a race. And I had some of that out on course as well. So it's a real struggle for me in general, right? But that's not an excuse. I think when we're dealing with the shoes and things like that, I definitely made the right call. I held pace till 19 odd miles. And then basically I was ruined. I was done. And I needed a shoe there in that race that was going to carry me home. And that's why I'm glad I went with the Pro 3, because my form went, the speed went out of my legs. I went from like 8-minute miles to 9-minute miles to 9.5 at some point. So I needed a shoe that was stable, that was comfortable to a degree, and I'll come on to one thing in a second. But just a shoe that I knew inside and out. And that's the thing, I didn't have to worry about the shoe on race day. I think if I'd gone Edge, I would have been worrying about the shoe the whole way through. And I don't need that, as I said, I'm an anxious person. Anyway, I don't need the extra stress. Now, one thing again that did let me down with the Pro 3 was the laces. At about mile 20, it might have even been mile 20, I said to Hayden, and I had to stop because I had such a pain across the top here where I'd laced them badly again. And this is the second race in which I've had to stop and relace these things. So Adidas, I hope on Pro 4, you sort the laces out. But the shoe was exceptional, as always. It's a cracking shoe. This is one of the best, if not the best marathon shoe I've run in. And I'm glad that I made that decision to go with what I knew in the end. I was really tempted, as you saw in the video, with the Edge. But I just felt I was missing that extra little bit on Sunday. Through my training to really go guns blazing. And yes, it probably was a mistake to put that video out. Yeah, you could argue that. But I made that video. I then continued to run in them in the week, like I said, and I had that heat spot irritation and I didn't want to chance it. And it was another thing to play on my mind. All I wanted to do was focus on running, 19, 20 miles hard for me at target goal pace. And that was all I was focused on. So I made the right decision. The Adidas Pro 3 once again delivered. It is, as I said, the best, I think, marathon shoe out there. It was interesting to see so many people in alpha flies and all this kind of stuff. But yes, it's incredible how good the Adidas Pro 3 is. It's that reliable, it's bad analogy. It's like a really good SUV, but you can rely on it, like maybe like a BMW X5, something like that. It's not like an Aston Martin, SUV. It's like a BMW X5. It's good, it's fast, it does everything you want. It feels great, but it's not at the top level, maybe. Anyway, I don't think I've summed that up well, but yes, that's it. 26.2 miles done in the Adidas Pro 3. I appreciate the support a lot. Like I said, we will be coming out with videos. We've got the race vlog coming. I think it might even come tomorrow. We've got the 40 runs weekend because there's loads going on. We will do a race recap and then look forward. There's so much to come in on the channel. But yes, I wanted to address the shoes because I did put the video out and say I was going with these, which in hindsight's a mistake, but I'm happy to own my mistakes. But I'm glad that I listened to my friends, listened to myself for once, stayed in the present, went with these, and they've done the job. So there we go. Let me know in the comments whether you agree, disagree, whether you know that guy who questioned my integrity at the start line. That was a really nice thing for him to do. And yeah, that's it. I shall see you all soon. Maybe it's on a live stream or on another video. I'll catch you all later.